Yeah. Permission to speak. Yeah. Permission to speak. Yeah. Permission to speak. Permission to speak. Permission to speak. Really. Yeah. Permission to speak. Permission to what? Permission to speak. Permission to speak. Permission to speak. Freely permission to speak. Permission to speak. Freely. I'm a Buckeye first.
Mm-hmm.
But when
O-H-I-O. Permission to speak.
But when them Buffaloes is on, I'm putting the Buffalo on. Pulling for Coach Prime, pulling for Shiloh and Shador. And well wishes to Travis Hunter. He'll be back soon. I actually saw and I'm not sure if this is true or not. You know, people be making stuff up. But I saw allegedly a message that Travis Hunter sent to Coach Prime. He said, pretty much, I'm paraphrasing here, Coach, I need to be back on the field. I ain't taking no fuck for an answer. Prime responded back to him and said, you need to focus on getting better, getting healthy. As much as we need you, you know, your future gonna be way brighter than mine ever was. Focus on getting better. I love you, son. And that ain't even his son, but he called him son. And maybe that shit just get me in my feels, nigga. Cause don't nobody call me son.
Yeah, but that coach role is it's a healthy role, man. It's a necessary role, most definitely for the athlete, the young male, that tough love type of relationship, man. And even just kind of taking on that moniker of, hey, yeah, this my son, or this son. This is that, yeah, man. Blah blah blah. So
need that, man.
Need that.
Shout out and good luck to the Colorado Buffaloes this Saturday. I believe they got USC coming to town, or maybe they're playing at USC. Nigga, they playing USC. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Caleb Williams, Jerry Rice's son, receiver for USC.
I did see that. that, man. It was a headline that spoke about Jerry Rice's son and
Deion
Sanders' son will face off 25 years after their fathers had faced off. And I feel like
a legacy matchup.
As a sports type of person myself, man, I feel like those are kind of those coming full circle kind of things. Like, I beat your ass and my son beat your ass. But my daddy caught you beat your daddy ass. What of them?
The Prime definitely gave Jerry a run for his money. You know what I'm saying? When you see the pretty even though, like Jerry ain't no hoe. Jerry greatest receiver.
Not at all. Top 3 receiver, sure. Top 2.
Top 1, I think.
You think Jerry Rice number 1?
Jerry number 1, and I think anybody who we say is number 1 would say that Jerry is number 1.
Okay. I believe Jerry is number 1.
Whether you talking T.O. gonna say Jerry number 1. Randy Moss gonna say Jerry number 1. So just off that, is Jerry number 1.
Jerry number 1. And I go along with that trio, with that top trio that sure. Jerry, T.O., and Moss, who for a whole decade, or probably for life, you will always be viewed as getting mossed.
Oh yeah.
When hey, you got mossed, or you got AI.
I done mossed to plenty of motherfuckers in my time.
Mossed it in the backyard.
Shout out to y'all who grew up with me. They know. You know who I'm talking to. Yeah, you, nigga. What? You know.
Shout out to the backyard warriors that'll throw the ball, go down and run next to the Buick and turn around.
Absolutely. So yeah, man, that term Moss turned his name into I guess that would be a verb. Is what you do. You Moss motherfucker.
You Moss motherfucker.
You know.
So T.I., I think T.I. really took the celebration.
T.I. It's all good. T.I. too. He did some stuff.
Expeditiously messed that up.
He did some stuff.
But no, T.O., my apologies. Yeah. T.O., one of the top 3 receivers of all time.
Shout out to Terrell.
I believe T.O. took the celebration to a whole new level. Yeah. That they even started changing rules.
Yeah, him and Ocho bruh, they used to get penalties for certain celebrations. Now they got a whole celebration camera.
Yeah.
Today.
But changing the culture of the game.
Yeah, get in front of there and do your shit. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say this real quick, man. Y'all gonna call me a hater. I don't give up. I thought we left the gritty in 2022 or the 2022-2023 season. Can we please leave the grit? Let the gritty die.
Let the gritty die?
Let the gritty die, man. You know, we ain't nobody leaning with it, rocking with it no more. Ain't nobody snapping their fingers and doing your stuff. The gritty been hanging on for dear life. Can we let the gritty die? Finish out the season. Right? Finish out this season. They still doing it in college, man. Shout out to Justin Jefferson. Number 1 receiver right now in the game. Really made the gritty popular as Michael Jackson did with the moonwalk. But we got to let the gritty go. So finish out the season, the 2023-2024 football season. After this, I'm calling for the death of the gritty. And I'm going to put a petition
like
out
the dab?
The death of the... See, ain't dabbing no more.
Anybody dab? I dabbed like 2 years ago, and then KJ like held my hand like I was dying.
Man, like that.
It's like that, man.
That's such a need.
I felt real bad because I thought I was like still in. It was like, man, I forgot trains changed so fucking fast for the kids.
You was in the house for a while that week.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
Things move fast.
Yeah, man. So tell me this, man. We've been talking about the top 3 receivers just a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Just got in no particular order.
All
you got
time.
Jerry, T.O., and Moss.
Yeah.
Who would you list as your top 3, say, running backs? Just top 3, just off top of the head.
Barry Sanders, Brian Westbrook, Eagles,
okay.
and Walter Payton.
I like that. I like that.
What? Barry Sanders. He caught me off guard, so I'm obviously. But yeah, Barry Sanders. You know, and I left Jim Brown off on purpose because he's number 0. Wouldn't be fair. Okay, just know, lay low the most. Jimmy Brown is at the top, tippy top. You know, but Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, Brian Westbrook. Stop me right there, because I'm about to drop a whole bunch of honorable mentions, man. Man. There's so many, man. Fuck, man.
Yeah, so I get it. I get it as I'm thinking and sitting back, thinking of different
Fred Taylor
teams and decade players, and all of just first team All American, this all defensive. Just
LaDainian Tom. Oh my God! See, stop me, man. Don't stop me. Just stop me now.
We'll open up another segment on that.
Yeah,
we'll open up another segment on that, man. But just wanted to touch base on sports, man. I know football has been something that we've been talking about lately. That's actually a release for us. That's actually therapeutic for us to be able to get ourselves and play to hang out and just do guy shit, stretch.
Man. Thanks for coming through and watching the game with me last Saturday.
Oh, for sure, bro.
That real quick.
Clean.
Yeah. OH.
I-O.
What a win.
Man, down to the wire, down to the last second, down to if they was an inch short.
That's it. That's all it took.
That's it, man.
And that day, man, you know what really made me proud that day?
What's that?
We had our boys with us.
Yes, sir. And KJ asked, just ironically, he was like, "Dad, do you scream and yell during the games. I'm like, what kind of
Uncle Vine?
I'm like, what kind of fool you think I am,
I
man?
smacked over the ball pit and shit.
But he asked about this before we got there, like just earlier that day, because him and I been watching the game, and now I can see him looking to connect with me that way.
Yeah.
In that space of like, what you doing, Dad? Are you doing this? Okay. Can you explain this to me? So on and so forth. And that's really where we connect in that. But he had asked, like, do you get wild and like scream and yell during the game? I'm like, no, man, what kind of animal you think I am?
I be going.
Then when he seen us over there together, and I'm like, let's go ahead, get it. The fuck is wrong with you?
You said you didn't do this. What is
he looking at me like, you said growing up's a lie, right?
Your uncle brought it out of me,
too, right?
That's it. I was over here with Low, man. He be yelling and screaming. I gotta match the energy. Gotta match the energy. Because I be getting wild, man, especially about my Buckeyes, man. I love my Browns. I love Sunday football, man, but I always kind of been like a Saturday football guy. Even more so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to say, hey, man, because them college boys is hungry. That's what I used to say. Them niggas ain't hungry no more. They got NIL. They staying in the league. They got 2 more years of eligibility, and they taking it.
I can't remember who it is, but he is a quarterback.
Probably Caleb Williams. Go ahead.
And he like 3,900 years old.
Oh, you was talking about goddamn from Georgia last year.
Yeah, he like 25. He should be
20. He's 26 now. He a rookie. By the time, what's that boy name? Goddamn, it's at the tip of my tongue, man. From Stetson Bennett. And prayers to Stetson Bennett, man. I heard some things going on. So shout out to him and his health. He's on the injury reserve list right now for the Rams. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but much love, respect, and prayers to Stetson Bennett over there with the Rams. But yeah, he is, I believe, about 26 years old. Rookie season, when typically guys is coming in the league, rookie season, 20 years old, 21.
Mm-hmm.
When his rookie contract is up, and that's usually when you start to tap into the bigger dollars, the bigger contract. Not the big one, but that's the one like, all right, we done with that rookie contract. I done proved myself. He'll be 29 years old. 29.
And for those who may not be aware, can you please explain to them that in sports, what 29 years old is?
In sports, we'll just stick with football. In the sport of football, the age of 29 is equivalent to being 86 years old in regular human years. Mm-hmm. I won't say 86. I'll say like 66. It's like you up there. You still moving. You ain't got the cane yet.
Right.
But you getting up there,
Doing stairs probably won't be as easy.
Yeah. And it's position by position. They protect the quarterback more so nowadays. Where now you will get the 35, 40, Aaron Rodgers, who unfortunately suffered an injury earlier this season. But, some of our better quarterbacks is up there. Now, this generation of quarterbacks that you have now, I assume, and I put it on wax now, will be around for a long time because of the way the rules are built. So Patrick Mahomes, if he want to still be out there when he's 40, I believe he will still be able to because his health will be where it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hit the quarterback like that. You can't land on him like that.
Yeah.
Roughing the passer.
And I believe that they'll always get the best bullies to protect them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The best bullies
and
to protect
teams are understanding that, hey, you want to win the chip, you drop that bread on that O-line. It's like the Patriots did. Ain't taking nothing away from Tom Brady. That man had a career with an O-line.
And he only had as long and as a healthy career is because they protected him.
Mm-hmm.
This reminds me of me and Big Chief, man, Uncle Big Ed, used to watch the game, and he used to drop like history facts and like ESPN classic facts.
Yeah.
He was like, did you know Dan Marino used to take his O-lineman out to eat when they had a good game? They had a really good game. They protected him. He'd take him out to eat.
Relationship build.
Relationship build.
Make you love me.
Like, hey, man, everybody get steaks
All my brothers.
and shrimp on me. Thank you all for thank you for being a friend. But one of those, like, hey, we need that kind of camaraderie and relationship where I only can be as good as the time you give me.
Yeah.
The receivers can break off routes if necessary or just switch up coverage.
And that's where it get dangerous, man. If if your line, on average, if your line is able to protect you for about 4 seconds, it's actually pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
You can give me 2 more seconds with Justin Jefferson to get open. Oh, I'm dangerous. On top of just what I can do, get out the way. But if you can give me 6 seconds of protection, oh my goodness, that's a game changer.
That's a
Super Bowl winning team, man. Shout out to the big uglies they call them, the offensive line. That might be offensive. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. Didn't mean to call you that. We living in sensitive times. But shout out to the offensive lines all across the world. We respect y'all. Y'all get out there and get y'all bag, man. You heard about your boy Travis Kelce?
Yeah. Shout out to Cleveland Heights, man.
Hey guys,
I did see the Chiefs game with Travis Kelce, and I saw that Travis Kelce had a superstar. And I believe those are box seats. Are those box seats or like club
yeah,
seats?
they in. I don't know how the Chiefs Stadium is built, but yeah, they in the box in the club seats up there with the owner.
And Taylor Swift was up there with looks like his mom.
Mom, dude.
And you don't get close to mom like that quick without being close to mom previous.
Yeah, man. Hey, you wanna mama wanted to meet Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
That's Taylor Swift.
Hey, them Cleveland boys rocking because he's still from Cleveland and he knocked off allegedly, I won't say he knocked off but they
pretty sure he knocked her off. He's pretty sick.
They had a long list of boyfriends, so I'm pretty sure they fuck her.
That's okay.
But why wouldn't you be fucking if you would her?
Yeah.
And they grown. It's not like dating kids.
We can touch each other.
So, what is that? But I did hear, man, like they had a good win that day, and they had he pretty sure he got celebrated for the victory.
Yeah, for sure.
Tay celebrated him for the victory.
Perhaps, man. That was a question. Like, you think they smashing yet?
Yeah, I listen to Taylor Swift music, man. She's smashing.
Oh, I couldn't name you a Taylor Swift song.
I don't know a Taylor Swift song, but I've listened to in Cleveland, Ohio. We've listened to Q104. And
that shit,
Taylor Swift plays on there sometimes.
That shit come on after my battery dead. It's all good.
It's played on there. I've heard some songs. And she's okay, but she's like a girl, a teenage girl. She sings about heartbreak and make fun of her exes and different things like that. But it's like Valley Girl. Yeah. One of those, man. But hey, man, good music. She sells. Travis Kelce's jerseys went up in 24 hours. It went up 400%.
400%.
How about that?
How about that? How about that? And they were the same colors as Iron Man too. Yeah, how about that?
How about that?
But yeah, man. I don't know how Travis Kelce's contract is constructed, but sometimes they would get a certain percentage of jersey sales. Mm-hmm. I believe what's the soccer player? Lionel Messi. I believe in his contract he gets don't quote me, y'all. I believe he gets 100% of his jersey. I believe so. 100%.
Is it right? Not even Sinatra gets that kind of deal. I don't know, baby. You gotta show me something. But
I'm very proud of you. That's what he thought.
Yeah, but that's a great deal somewhere that was negotiated. That if he does get 100% of his jersey sales, must mean somewhere. If there's just say, but allegedly it is true. The league itself, as a business organization, probably is still making astronomical numbers.
Oh,
that
yeah,
it's like,
hey, $1 billion contract.
We don't even need to. We got such supportive people. This is for you because it's your name, it's yours. Yeah, the ticket sales and whatever. Like, hey, that compensates us. So it's like, yeah.
Food, if you get them jerseys, I'm gonna send you on them hot dogs.
Yeah, man, because you get a pack of hot dogs, $2-3, and get like 8 to 10.
One hot dog like $8 at the stadium,
and you get the cheapest bread.
Man, they got the yellow bread.
That should be soggy before you even get to the seat.
It's either soggy or hard.
Yeah,
no in between. Like, can I get y'all got a bun warmer in this bitch?
You gotta like put that bitch between your buns a little bit, your thighs.
Hey, somebody sit on mine for y'all give it to me, please.
Yeah, man. But I say this, man, I enjoy having sons, man. I'm enjoying the sports world, and I'm enjoying Cleveland sports. That it's exciting to be able to take them. So it's a couple games that I'm looking forward to want to take them to. I feel like beyond what the prices are, because I ain't trying to go get like no nosebleeds, right? I need binoculars, but
I can see well from up there. I can't see the game if I'm too close. If I'm sitting too close, not that I ever fucking have. Matter of fact, that's a lie, because me and my boy Matt, man, we found our way. I ain't gonna give away the game, but we found our way into some seats that were not ours after halftime.
It's a statute of limitation on the game. After the game over, like, you can't get in trouble.
No, it was right after. I got some very nice photos of Tom Brady from last season. We was close. But as close as we was, I can't see the game. I can't see who's open. I can't see the defense as well as when I'm up top. And then ain't got to be nosebleeds, but I gotta be like second level. And I don't mind a nosebleed in football. Now basketball is a little different for me. Me and my wife, we have, make it sound bougie real quick, we have some favorite seats at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse when we go to see the Cavs play. We were actually considering getting season tickets last year. We're going to do it soon. You can get like an 8-game package. Mm-hmm. And I feel like 8 games, that's a lot for us. 8 games in the season.
And that's for football?
The Cavs.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. We got some favorite seats, man, right behind the hoop. When we first sat, I'm like, man, we ain't going to be able to see that good right behind the hoop. I like sitting on the side. Sitting there was dope. And we like right behind the little media people and shit. You know what I'm saying? Moondog, come holla at.
You might get a t-shirt.
Yeah, one of my favorite little cheerleaders. I don't know her name. She one of the Cavalier girls, little chocolate. She was nice.
Shout out to you.
Love you, baby. Jamaica, not her.
Oh yeah. You got clear that.
For sure. But no, man. So what games are you excited to go see with the boys?
Well, primarily football. That's so Cleveland Browns. I do not have a team yet. I just will go to any Cleveland Browns game.
For sure.
My son is what's making me stick to what the schedule is or even look it up because he's setting his watch to it of,
okay,
can we watch the game? And me stating like, hey, man, we should go to it. Now it was one of those, hey, Dad, I looked at the schedule. It's technology. You can just Google it. Alexa, Siri is it.
Alexa, who the Browns play this week?
Any one of them AI softwares that you verbally talk to.
Dang, Alexa is information. AI, ain't she?
Who?
Alexa is AI, ain't she?
Mm-hmm.
I never looked at her that way.
Man, you just heard her. You never touched her like that.
Our relationship just changed.
Man, you can have her say nice things to you, compliment you every day.
If you compliment her, I'm a little tree of growth. Tree still, I'll show it to you later. But that's dope, man, being that, your boy, man, it's kind of taking that interest, man. You know who, my daughter, my 3-year-old, she really takes an interest in like basketball, football. Yeah, football. My boys is kind of just coming around, but even when she was even smaller, like 1, she was always kind of interested. Like, I want to watch. One day I had the game on. This was college basketball. And my wife was doing her hair on the couch. And so I leave the room. My wife turns the channel to go to some cartoons just to kind of keep her attention a little better. So she's like, Mommy, I want to watch basketball. She's like, oh, shit, okay. Turn back to the game. So my daughter, I think she's going to, and that warms my heart. Warms my heart as a dad, man. As a dad.
So looking into that forward, man, with you having children and sports being some of the things that go on in your home, and do any of your children play sports or show interest in that?
No, so my oldest boy, he will be playing baseball and basketball next year. Put him in basketball last year, but this was a team where they legit had to be selected. He was out there doing some goofy stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, come on, bruh. And I ain't want to be like that dad. Like, hey! I'm out there giving signals.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Here at Therapeutic Relations Healthcare Services, we provide essential services to essential people. We offer 24-hour residential care, transportation, adult day, and vocational training. We provide a safe and healthy environment that teaches daily living skills while offering activities that stimulate. Our passion goes far beyond the care of our clients. Our staff are highly trained professionals equipped to handle what comes their way. We like to think of ourselves as people-first employers. Accept the challenge and join our team now at Therapeutic We Care.
Take it serious, son. Take it serious.
But he will be playing baseball next year. And my baby boy, he's still in elementary school. So it ain't many like sports options as far as the school go. You got like the summer thing going on. He wants to play baseball as well. And he wants to play football, in which, mommy feels a way about football. And even me as well, having kids in football so young. Just because, we see what happened over the years, man, brain injuries and things like that. Imagine starting playing football when you're 5 and, you're just taking hits. Even from the age of 5 to
yeah, they used to call it just getting your bell run.
Yeah.
You got a little stinger.
It happened. I done got the wind knocked out of me. I knocked the wind out myself throwing a block one time. And I'm trying to celebrate. One of them, man.
He's so excited.
For sure.
No, I'm about to.
Take me out the game, coach. But that's hard though, man. Being with having the boys, man. When we were watching that Ohio State game, I felt like the boys, man, have become like little Buckeyes, man, little Ohio State fans being hyped. I heard KJ over there, doing this thing. Oh man, they down. Oh, we're down about 4. Oh, that's not good. We're like, hey man, game ain't over.
It ain't over.
It's 7 minutes left. It ain't. Oh, it's 4 more. Oh damn, they ain't get that first down. It might be over next few hours. But then they was able to see, honestly, some shit that we're not used to seeing out of the Buckeyes. We used to ass whoop.
One side.
At least mid-season, it's like nigga, at halftime, you like bored as fuck. Like, who else playing? Whooping the shit out of these.
You don't mind turning at halftime. They up 63-17.
Yeah, 63-3. Some stupid ass shit. Stupid ass score. Yeah. But this one here was like, hey, Notre Dame. Shout out to them. And all 10 of them guys who was on the field them last couple plays. You heard about that?
There was one man short.
There was a man short on the last two plays, and one of them was coming out of a timeout. Yeah,
somebody dropped the ball on that twice.
No pun intended. Nope, their problem, not all.
I don't think it would have still made no difference.
Hey,
man. So tell me this, man. What do you feel as a dad having that connection with your children and sports being like the link?
The reason why I'm so big with it and I want my boys to kind of engage with me on that is because that was something big for us in our family growing up. You know what I'm saying? You go to church on Sunday, after church, and if you peep, during football season, pastor let you out a little early. The Browns come on at 1 most of the time.
What pastor let you out early?
I'm just saying.
Because our pastors used to be like, you ain't going to make it to see the Browns game. We knew.
We did let us out by 1:30. We might miss the first quarter, but we was up out of there.
Right. I'm going to your church next.
The pastor had an earpiece in his ear, listen to the game and shit. Yes! Like, oh yeah, they scored.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Yeah, they scored.
Lord.
They scored. But no, man. But that was a big thing. After church, go to grandma's, you know what I'm saying? The ladies in my family already got the food prepped and grandma did her thing, and we eat and watch the game. And that was always like the thing. My uncles and everybody in my grandmother's 1-bedroom apartment, it'd be a good, I am not exaggerating, man, a good 20 of us.
That's just love.
It's always just enough food. Just enough seats. You know what I'm saying? One more. Who else? Oh, Jerome came through. Another seat for him. That's my mother's god brother. He'll stop through every once in a while. My Uncle Curry come through. My cousin Punkin and Dana. You know what I'm saying? Lydia Lois, Lena, Letha coming through. Uncle James coming through. Auntie Gail coming through. Not to mention me, my mama, and us three. Mm-hmm. My baby brother, they wasn't born yet. They was still little niggas. They don't know about this. You know what I'm saying? But that was something that we crowded around, you know what I'm saying? And Jimmy Brown was grandmama's favorite. I remember Jim Brown out there. I don't think he had this gang. I don't think he did. She used to call LeBron James, LeVon James out there. I was like, yeah, he out there.
Mm-hmm. LeBron James.
But that's something that was, and I'm a huge football fan, sports fan in general, man, especially football and baseball. And so I want to have that connection with my boys around sport. I want them to be like, yeah, my dad got me into this, especially coming from where we come from, and we talk about this probably a little more than we should, just not having dad. You know what I'm saying?
It's always a good time to speak about your triumphs of what you did not have and how you kicking ass at it now.
That's something that even to this day, I still desire when I think about not having a father, and nigga, I'm only a phone call away. You know, it's a, hey man, I don't need nothing from you, man. Hey, come watch the game with me. Come check me out. My little setup, man. Grab a beer. Come watch the game. You know what I'm saying? And like,
I'm worth that. I'm worth a brew.
I'm worth that. So that's something at the same time that kind of brings that out of me. It's like, hey, I want to have this connection with my boy. I want them to be Browns fans. I want them to be Buckeyes fans. My son, yeah, Dad, I need more Browns gear. All right, bet. We gonna get you a couple shirts this week. Collect, you know what I'm saying? Collect some shit. So that's big to me, man.
Bet.
That's big to me, for sure. For sure. So KJ be interested, huh?
KJ interested in it. I'm interested that he's interested in it, and he's interested in it because I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
And I really kind of feel like sometimes that's how I really need to go. Somebody, I'm following his lead, he following mine, and it's just one step after the other. I enjoy him and I adding layers to our connections.
Yeah.
One of the layers that we do have is music. We both are like music heads, hip hop heads.
Artistic, yeah.
He likes to art and he likes to draw and do art and paint, and he's got that craftiness from his mother. He's really musically inclined. Like me, he plays like 2 instruments, I want to say, from the saxophone, flute, some shit, and the bass. I just remember having to pay for the shit every month, for sure. I remember that. You know what I'm saying? But he would take care of it, and me getting to see how sports has bonded us. I know how it bonded me with say a few of my mom's guy friends growing up, and then it bonded with my uncle and I. Most definitely on the Saturdays, I would be able to go over their house on my uncle and aunt home, and he'll be watching just football all Saturday, and he'd just be breaking down like, see, now that's a 4-3 defense. See, the FBS, they got that set up like the league, okay?
Yeah,
like
sure.
That's, if you get a good quarterback from there, they gonna make the transition real good. He's like, State quarterbacks, they just for show. The Big Ten, just for show. Don't know that don't transfer over, make it good, but insane.
I hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry. But we would talk about it, and I would just be excited to be around. Be excited to be like, oh, this is it. Okay, the excitement, the cheer, what happened? We're supposed to yell right now? Oh, okay, I need to pay attention. But the education that came with it, the creation of a good time. We got food, it's laughter, we got entertainment, education, explaining like what it is, and I get to sit in that seat now of like how I was so excited to have that. My son is so excited to have that, and I'm excited to be the one hosting it and getting to have it with him and explaining the game, and we getting to chill, and he will eventually have some memorization of every Saturday. My dad and I remember telling you, he used to say when because it's been a tradition for a long time. On the weekends, he'll be like, hey, Dad, is the pizza man coming? Pizza man coming today? Because on the weekends, it was tradition, bro. We'd get pizzas, wings, JoJo's. I'd give me a little drink or something, and we'll just watch football. It didn't matter what football, but we'll just watch football.
Yeah, no matter who.
No matter who on, man. And it's always been our time. But now that he's able to really comprehend it, now it's like, okay, so that's who it is, that's that. And this information I'm pumping into him, pause. He's able to actually connect with more of his friends that do play sports, because he's not a sports type of kid. But it is a general thing to talk about amongst his friends of, did you guys watch the game or this and the third? Oh, what receiver from the Vikings created the gritty? Yeah, he the one that did it.
Yeah, keep the gritty alive. I gotta kill it in that field.
Yeah.
Leave the gritty in 2023.
But just being able to make that connection and having one thing lead to another makes me feel good. My baby boy links into that as well. He kind of just doing learned behavior. So whatever he's seeing us do or see me do, he just kind of going behind, seeing how I move, what I'm watching.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm living it and seeing it, and I'm falling in love with it when I get to see that. When the sports is what connects us to have that time to be like, you in my presence.
Yeah.
We together. You know what I'm saying? We together. And it's a good time. I want you to feel cool. So,
and that's the time when we're at chat. Like my son, he'd come over like, Dad, you want to do something? I'm like, I'm doing what I want to do. What you want to do while I'm watching football? Like, you want to play Uno? All right, we could play Uno while I watch the game. You know what I'm saying? And I think our score kind of even on Uno, man. They be whooping me, I be whooping them. You know, I'm gonna get that extreme Uno with the draw 8s and draw 10s and shit. I'm gonna get that one.
I feel like it's gonna be a lot of fights.
We gonna square up about that.
Yeah,
shit.
it was gonna be a lot of scuffling.
But last week, like, okay, I was watching a Monday night game or whatever? Maybe it was Sunday night, man. But he come in, he like, Dad, you watching the Bengals? And I was kind of impressed just off. Of course, he gonna recognize I'm watching the Browns. I'm watching Ohio State. But he was like, are you watching the Bengals? Like, man, you know, I like to watch all the games. You know what I'm saying? Another day he come in, hey, you watching Michigan? Checking out the competition, son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Research.
You know, and raising my boys to hate Michigan. I know your favorite color blue. That's fine. You know, but
I bleed scarlet.
Straight up, scarlet and gray. You know, I got my little M on the wall X'd out. So the imagery just in the house.
Hey, can I have one of those for my birthday?
I make you Christmas. One. I printed that off printer. Like,
we got some printer paper.
We do. I got you. I'm gonna make you one. I'm gonna cut it, make it look real, and I got you.
Make it look 3D. Put some, like some LED lights behind it or some shit. I probably had Vanessa do that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see real crap.
Pass like that to my electronic department.
That worked.
Make it with dope, man. But raising them to understand, be fans of what we fans of, because you know these are boys, man. So like I've said before, when they get to a certain age, they need to be outside with daddy anyway. Wherever daddy at, it's like, hey, going with your father. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's us being in the yard, watching sports, building a deck, which I will be doing. I've already did the math on my deck and how much I need, you know, what it's gonna cost and all that. But be with daddy, man. These are boys. You know what I'm saying? They belong to us. They're gonna take on a lot of our traits. They're gonna go through a lot of the same experiences that we went through when we was their age. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't that long ago. At least for me, I remember being in the 6th grade. So anything he going through, I was talking to this one girl. Hey, talk, holla at me, son. I remember.
Right.
Her name was Denise. I remember. I liked her. She ain't like me. And they got mad when I got a girlfriend. What you talking about? I remember.
Yeah.
It was not that long ago.
Yeah, KJ, he at that place, man, where he learning adult lessons.
Yeah.
Those emotions is kicking in. And he had asked, like, Dad, have you ever been like friend zoned? I'm like, yeah, man.
That's a good question.
That didn't happen before. You know, gave him my little spiel about it. And then he recently asked though, like, Dad, have you had any other girlfriends before Mom? I'm like, son, look, this defense we watching, this is a 4-3 defense. Okay,
no,
if you go to a college and you go to a FBC or something, play for that school division because you're gonna make it to the league. Don't ask me shit else about your mama, boy.
Yeah, but no. At least not right now, because you know it get to a certain way. When they start tapping into them 20s, I'm like, hey son, let me holler at you.
Yeah. So I love to be transparent with him, and he only got as much information as he needed. But like, hey, yeah, man, your mom and you know, that's my wife. I love the hell out your mom. But I'm like, yeah, your mom. I had other girlfriends before your mom, and he was just like, oh. Like, but just kind of like envisioning if I could put myself in the place of a kid, like, Dad, I just can't even think about you with someone else. But like, I don't like you anymore, Dad.
Yeah. What if you put me in some other lady?
Yeah, like, hey, bro, like, hey, son, you could have ended up as jury. It ended up as Jerry. Could have been on somebody's eyebrows.
You could have been a dietary supplement.
Yeah, for real. A little protein shake. Man, but I love being a father, man. And I tell you this, we speak a lot sometimes about our R&D, our research and development of ourselves. I am heavily involved in funding and putting all my dollars into the R&D of my children. The research and development of what it is that they like, what it is that they want to do. I understand as a father and even as a counselor to a lot of people, I have to still respect that he may not be ready to talk to me about everything. Even though I'm like, hey man, I am here. I am here. Like, son, I'm here. I am sensei to many.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm still learning my goddamn stuff. I ain't done.
Man,
but I'm like, you got a dope teacher.
Yeah, man.
But I understand, like, hey, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I think he know what he got into. Like, he really need me, he gonna pull. But right now, we already got that level of
like, I think I got it, Dad.
Like, hey, Dad, can I talk to you about this or talk to you about that? And I want to make you feel comfortable and not always be Dad, if that makes sense. I don't want to always. So even on the ride here, he was like, hey, yeah, Dad, it's a couple girls I've found out lately that like me. And I'm like, hey man, you gotta keep yourself up. You know, you wanna, it's cool that they like you, but don't lose your focus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't stop doing what you've been doing to make them like you, because that number gonna go up. But don't get so focused on the ones that like you that you don't do your shit.
Don't no girl won't know. It be unattractive when that report card comes through. You got an F in it. I don't like him no more.
What did we say? You can't be no cute dummy.
Can't be no dumbass.
Not at all. You can't be a man that's a cute dummy. You can't be a woman, cute dummy. I don't think anywhere where intellectual intelligence, etiquette for yourself, or standard is held that being a fool or foolish or a jester of someone else's in someone else's circus is considered to be cool. Playing the fool is not cool. I have not grown up in a era or a generation where being a fool was cool. The women I seen growing up and the men that I seen growing up, they would brandish their intelligence of what they knew about whatever topic it was. If they knew a lot about football, boom, that's what they would show. If they knew a lot about cooking or cleaning or taking care of a home, they knew that. If they knew business, they would show that. If they was a 5%er, they'd beat your ass if you ain't know your math. You know what I'm saying? Like they get up on you, but it was like, hey, I'm studying something. I'm gauging and growing my intellect, man. If it was ever cool to be a fool, I have not caught on to that trend. Okay, I have not caught on to the trend of being just being a fool, because dummies don't make no money.
No, not at all.
Dummies don't make no money, at least not by the talents of by their talents. Maybe of being a fool and you don't know you're a fool, but dummies don't make no money, man. So one of the things I want to teach to him, and I felt like it was a strong suit of myself. I expressed to him like, hey man, your intelligence is always and will always be attractive. It will always be a strong suit. No one can ever take that from you. Though your mind is so powerful, and if you never thought your mind was as powerful as it is, my question would be to you is, if you didn't think your mind was as powerful as it is, why does the world push so much to change it? Why did the world push so much to change your mind or change your thoughts or change what you innately feel?
Yeah.
You innately feel like, hey, I don't like that, or that's not cool. That's no way. Compared to they give an underline like, no, it's fine. It's okay to smoke crack and fentanyl and huff aerosol. It's okay. You'll come down from the high. Everyone's doing it. I dare you. And now your baby dead, or you dead because you just failed the temptation. Someone got your brain, they got your mind. But just using that as an example, though.
Yeah,
you know
that's a dope a dope line to say, a dope feature moment for our boys and our kids, just period, man, to understand your mind is powerful. It is important for you to be an individual. See, you know, we all fall under, and our oldest boys, they in middle school now, and that's where that, you know, peer pressure start to seep in. Trying to be cool, want to wear the cool stuff, want to say the cool thing,
and lying. So I told him heavy, I'm like, hey man, for about 4 or 5 years, Dad lied about getting vagina, and I wasn't getting it. From the age of like 11 or 15, 16, like, hey, I'm doing it to all the girls at my cousin's house. You just don't know them.
Man, when last time you got some? Last night. Nigga, you lying.
My mama left. But I'm like, hey, man, you going to fall into that victim. You going to fall into that.
You got a girlfriend. She just don't go here.
He wanted it. But me expressing to him like, hey, man, that's going to happen. Most of the young boys are lying anyway. They haven't even, I'm like, none of y'all are getting as many opportunities as you really think because ain't none of y'all got shit right now. Okay?
Look. Broke motherfucker.
You ain't got shit. And some of the things that he even expresses to me about some of the young girls is what makes me like, hurts my feelings sometimes. And he'll say like, he's in the 6th grade. Yeah. So he'll say, yes, a young lady likes me or talks to me. And he had a situation with a young lady they were dealing, and then she was like, oh yeah, I've never been in a relationship longer than like 96 hours. And
snooty bitch.
This bitch is snooty. And I'm like, this doesn't even sound right. You guys are like 10, 11. How many relationships? You guys don't even calculate time right. Like, not even children time is not the same as adult time.
Nah,
it is not the fucking same.
Celebrating weekly anniversaries. Yeah, every Wednesday is our anniversary. We ain't planning on being together long.
Yeah, 4 months. We've been together 4 months. Oh my God, I'm so in love. Fall off that wedding wagon for a second.
Yeah.
Let that dopamine of something new fall down, and then you get to see like, hey, we really average. We really like, hey, but you're not spectacular like you lied to me.
Yeah, man.
And I'm holding back because I don't like you for real.
At what age do you feel, and let's speak from a perspective where our kids are now adults. At what age would you like for your children to be married? Because we've answered this question for ourselves, you know, I'm married by the time I'm like, you know, by the time I'm 30, you know, we've answered it for ourselves. But now, at what age would you like your children to be married or to see them be married?
To be honest, man, I probably would, somewhere in their 20s, but I would suggest late 20s.
Yeah.
When he has set some career goals, he has knocked some things down. At the same time, he's lived life. Yeah. He gonna turn some shit up and knock it down. You know what I'm saying? But that he's experienced some things. He's got out there to explore and discover and actually take his time walking into that commitment. As I spoke to wifey about briefly a little bit earlier, man, and you know, just freedom speakers. I'm speaking for myself and some men or some people, but if you identify with this, then I'm kind of speaking to you. But this is primarily for men. I stated like men don't marry for love. Okay, I know we ask you to marry us, but generally it's not out of love. Okay, marriage is the business deal of things. Okay, I have to care for you and trust you. Remember, love for most men is not even in our top 3 or 4 things that we need. Nah. It might be in the top 4 or 4.
We don't grow up, you know, oh yeah, my dream wedding. The girls have that.
Mm-hmm. They aspire to
be
marriage.
Even just to be a bride. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I can't wait to be a groom. You ain't never heard no little boy say that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. Never will. One of y'all. But
so me expressing that to her, like, hey man, we marry more for the business deal. It's more of the end for us, you know, with any other partner. This is who we choosing to be, unless our marriage is set up or discussed to be that we marry multiple. So, you know, her view was like, well, yeah, you guys are the last guys that like we deal with. I'm like, that is true. Apparently, sometimes in some circumstances. However, I'm like, men don't aspire to be married. Most women aspire to get married because, hey, it's a status thing. I got the man, I got this, I got that, I got boom, 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 boom. Men is still at work. It's still a continuation of, hey man, I gotta take care of this, and this is what I'm stepping into. Keep in mind, man, I love being married, and I feel like being married is it's the ultimate discipline. It's the ultimate commitment, man. And men submit more than women. So us just kind of having that conversation and me expressing it, like, hey man, men generally don't marry for love.
Yeah.
Remember, this man is already in love with you, and how he proves to himself how much he loves you is how much he takes care of you, how much the challenges that he handles that keep shit together for y'all.
The respect.
He the lion in the home, and normally he lounging until it's his turn.
Yeah.
Until he got to show up and he got to do what he need to do. Let that man do what he need to do to stay prepared for when the shit comes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
sure, man. Let me ask you this. What is your what's on your top 5 list of needs in your marriage? No particular order.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Please tap into me on IG. That's the primary platform. Permission, 2 _ Speak Freely Podcast. That's permission, 2 _ Speak Freely Podcast.
Absolutely, straight up. And you can follow me as well, Laylo the Most, at LAYLOE.THAMOS. And definitely follow us, man. Engage with us, ask us questions. Get engaged, man. Freedom Speakers. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And we protect y'all as well. Permission to speak.
I'm a touch person first. I'm very poetic. I'm a deep brother. I'm a deep intellectual, philosophical, mental, stimulated kind of man. So I need that mental stimulation.
Yeah.
I need the physical stimulation. You don't even have to say words to me. The air can be filled with sounds of music or laughter of the children, or just the TV playing, just some white noise, they call it, just some white noise.
Yeah, we had some scissor playing last night in the background. We were just chilling. That was a cool little vibe. So I feel what you're saying there.
A cool vibe, man. Some ambiance set up.
Yeah.
I need laughter. Like I said, I need to laugh. That's a dopamine kick of just that medicine. Laughter is medicine before medicine. I need affirmation. I need that powerful word spoken into me, because I speak that word often into a lot of people. So that's a recharge that I do need. I do need to get those compliments back. I do need to get those I love you, black man, from a black woman statements. I do need to get that, hey, you such a man. I love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I need those. I need to not feel taken for granted.
Yeah.
I need to not feel deprived of meeting or feeling like I'm meeting an expectation or a mark and I'm not being compensated back in a way of being showered by love, being showered with praise.
Yeah.
And not just you like a cheerleader applaud, but
I know exactly what you mean, because it's like it's not even on a, hey, I did something, you did something back. Sometimes what I want in return is something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing what you want or need me to do as a husband, and I'm doing it because I want to do it, not even because it's what I'm supposed to do as a husband, but it's because, hey, I love you and I want to do this for you. I want to be this for you. What I want in return is I don't want the same things from you that I give to you.
Mm-hmm.
I want my wife to be, my soother, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My peace, my happy place. You know what I'm saying? Just come through, rub my back. You know what I'm saying? You good, boo? You need anything? Nah, I'm cool, babe. You know what I'm saying? Or just, hey, get the kids together. They ain't ate dinner yet. That's about it. As long as I get to chill, we cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a little goes a long way. A little goes a long way. And I know you and I, man, we give a lot of ourselves.
Yeah, for
we
sure.
We give a lot of ourselves. So, you know, it's nice, man, to just get a little bit of ROI. Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it ain't even gotta be a profit. Just, you know, I got a little bit back. She blew me a kiss from the corner.
Right. So I sent wifey a post on social media.
Yeah.
And it attends to 3 ways to bless each spouse in the love languages. So I send little things like this, as little hints. I send little things like this of like, I'm practicing them myself. And it's like, hey man, we live in an age of information, man. Most of the things that you want is on the internet. You want a better relationship with your kids, information's on the internet. You want a better relationship with your spouse, it's on the internet. Shout out to D-Tronics, the Age of Jefferson. She used 2 of those lines last night as a person that promotes information, and we live in an information age. But those was 2 of her things that she said, like, you want better relationships with things or people or understanding, the information is on the internet. It's not going to solve all your problems, but it gives you a base and head start in information from people giving their own studies or whatever, and it can inspire to help anybody. But that being said, I'm going to read off a couple things for each one that it has. So for people who are words of affirmation, it says, 1, send them a meaningful text message. 2, leave an encouraging note for them to find. 3, tell them I love you because, and fill in the rest. So those are the 3 for words of affirmation. The next are acts of service. 1, complete a chore they typically do. 2, pack their lunch for the week or the next day. 3, run a few errands for them. Those are the 3 acts of service. I thought get some head was going to be in there, but
man,
that should have been number 1.
That's a good one.
That's a massage. We call that massage. Next is receiving gifts. So 1, surprise them with a cup of coffee or tea. 2, send them flowers or lunch at work. 3, pick their favorite meal on your way home or snack. But that rounds out receiving gifts.
I like popcorn.
Next is quality time. Take a walk outside together. This is the first one. Spend time with them doing their favorite activity. Like getting head. Like and giving, oral fixation sometimes.
Getting head.
But then the last one is, sounds bad saying this after after head, pray with them. Somebody was just on their knees. So,
hey, while you're down there,
let's just thank the Lord.
Keep your head bowed. And
want some jury while you're down there? Want some jury?
Work for the jury. Prayer beads.
All right. So next is physical touch. Says give them a kiss just because. Next is put your arm around them and hold their hand while out in public. And then the third is hug them as a greeting or a goodbye. And that rounds out the 3 things that people can do for the 5 love languages.
Yeah, man. I feel like the love language thing is, I feel like it's for women primarily. Not that it can't be for men, but I feel like it's primarily for women, man. I feel like, because to me, man, if someone was to ask me my love language, I would say respect is at the top of the list. And that's my love language. That's what makes me feel loved and appreciated. Respecting me, respecting my way. You know what I mean? Respecting my direction. You know what I mean? And that's just me. And nowhere in the love language little dictionary does it say anything about respect. Now, respect comes with these things, you know. And also,
You would
like
hope
you
so.
said,
You would hope so.
they don't say nothing about head in there.
And that's the ultimate
I got
respect.
a problem with that. Okay,
The president got head before.
all of them did. at
That's
some
the
point.
ultimate respect. Like,
Come on now.
get that man. He stimulating the community. He
I'ma
giving jobs. He should receive a blow.
I'm gonna write my own love language thing. But if I had to pick from that list, I would go. Acts of service, and I have one act of service in mind. It's not head. I primarily take our children to school, from school, and it would be big to me, you know, to just get a text message saying, "Hey, when you get off, come straight home. I'll pick up."
Mhm.
I would love that. Every once in a while, once a month, one day
Gotcha.
out of the month, baby. That's a key for you. I just gave you a key. You ain't even gotta try to find out the code, none of that shit.
You got
gave you a
keys.
key. Gave you a key. But and another would be
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You are listening to Permission to Speak Freely, broadcasting from Cleveland, Ohio, 216, home of the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Cleveland Browns, and the Cleveland Guardians. Go Tribe!
what is it? Physical touch. Is it physical touch or affectionate touch?
Physical touch.
Physical touch, man, and not the physical touch in a way of, you know, not cuddle with me, although that could be one. But when I think of physical touch, I think about that back rub, and I'm not even talking about a massage. I'm talking about may I touch you real quick, sir?
No.
Paul?
No.
I'm talking about. All right, I'm gonna touch the chair.
All right.
Just while you sitting there with me and just we watching TV, just
What
touch
it
a
is?
nigga back, just one of those.
I got
you. Know
you.
what I mean? And nigga ain't gotta take your shirt off. Put your hand up, my shirt. Just,
Hey, I was
just rub
actually
my back.
thinking on the back rub side of like you laying on your stomach and she laying on your lower back, but like rubbing your upper back.
But that too. But that's something that more so kind of happen in private. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
This the back rub I'm talking about is something we could do in front of our mamas. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
you talking about the church back?
Yeah, not even that, but like put your hand in my shirt, and it's just kind of like
skin to skin type.
Yeah,
shit.
you don't have to say shit to me. You can be in full conversation with somebody else, but just yeah, girl, yeah, we about to go to we going there tomorrow. We saw that movie last weekend. You can be in a whole.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be giving me any auditory attention. You don't have to look at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's enough to where I feel this gives me all the language I need.
Yeah.
I can hear you talking through the strokes of your supple hands. I can feel you okay, baby? You had a long day. I can hear you talking to me just through your hands.
Yeah. That is a transference of energy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll say this, and this is just information for the listeners, most definitely to our female listeners who we love, and we want to make sure that we're educating you on this information of us as men. We're not all men, but we are part of that group. And we are some of the ones that speak freely for ourselves and for anybody that pretty much agree with us. Most men do not like to be taken for granted, most definitely when we are the ones that are looked to by society to protect and provide. Okay, so being taken for granted of someone that's protecting and providing, which, and I'll break that down to you for a second.
Yeah, break it down.
If the man is protecting you, that means you get to roam generally anywhere that you want, and you're safe. No harm should come your way. And if this person is providing to you, wherever you go, you are gaining access to things and possessions of your choice and choosing. So if this person is providing you with things to be able to have at your leisure, and they're protecting you so that you can go anywhere within the world that you want, hypothetically speaking, but you can go anywhere that you want, and you have this protection of this man. He does not want to feel taken for granted of. All you really wanted was protection and to be provided for, and you didn't want to give or you didn't want to offer protection or providing anything to him.
For sure.
Remember, those aren't just the two things that are stuck to us as men. Those are things that we share, but we lead there. Okay? Are you able to be this man's spouse and protect his emotions and provide for him the supple things that he needs, such as a back rub, such as a warm meal, such as the children are actually taken care of because this man has just been fighting the day? Can you care for the kids?
Ooh, fighting the day.
Can you do that for him more than just treating him like a chore?
Yeah.
Treating him like an item of, hey, look, I got a man. I put on some clothes. I got him some outfits, some shoes. Look, girl, I got one. I don't really know what to do with him, but I got one. Okay. So, a quote that I have, and it was a conversation that I actually wanted to have, and it started from a person that I was, talking to and counseling that was fresh out of a marriage and just could not understand really why the marriage didn't work. And just how she just spoke to me as a man made me feel like I can understand just in the most vague way of why it potentially didn't work. Because permission to speak freely?
Absolutely. You already know.
You can clearly tell that she's never loved a man and the man never loved her. And she looks at him for monetary things and possessions that he's only as good as what he can provide for her at that time if she still likes it. And it didn't make him feel well, especially on the gains that he was making as a person of building relationships and things inside of the world.
Yeah. So
me getting the chance to hear her and talk to her, and we get to kind of unpack a little bit about what she went through or what they went through or why it didn't work, because she felt like she was doing everything correct. And one of the biggest things was he couldn't speak to her, couldn't talk to her, everything felt like an attack. Everything felt like whatever he was trying to bring to her attention about what he wanted was, you want me to suck your dick and I'm sucking your dick. What else you want from me? It's like, can you put some spit on it?
Yeah.
Oh, nigga, y'all ain't sucking your dick no more. It's like, you almost really wasn't. For real, if we put in the realm of that. But using that as the example of like, can I critique? Can I give you some more than you feeling like you giving me what it is and it's not what I need? You giving me what you want to give me.
I want you to want to give me what I need. And not just giving me what I need because you're supposed to.
Or chore, like it's a chore.
Do you enjoy doing the dishes?
No.
However, it's got to be done.
It's got to be. That's what my son said to me one day when, and it's crazy, we had got him a computer desk for Christmas, and I had to put it together. So he's going to come to me, just like this, I guess. Hey, Dad, I know having to put that desk together is going to be hard, and it's not fun. But when you're doing something that you don't find fun, you have to find fun in it. Thanks a lot for the desk, Dad. And that's one of them times I just wanted to punch my son in the chest. Like, because you being a sarcastic asshole, get out my face. But he get that from his father, so I can't be but so upset.
Can't even be mad.
Can't even be upset. But that being said, if like, hey, man, for the man that gets up and fight the day, man, can you take care of things? You take care of things. So I bring it full circle on the young lady that spoke to. Her situation scenario brought me into a quote that I generally use, or I kind of find me using it more often. Excuse me. And it goes, she knows she's supposed to have a man, but does she know how to have a man? Does she knows she's supposed to have one, but does she know how to have one?
Break that down one more time.
Okay.
Because they need to hear that.
For sure. So the quote I came up with just from having a consultation with the young lady was, she knows she's supposed to have a man, but does she know how to have a man? Steve Harvey got women trying to think like a man, but he's not telling them how to have one. Okay?
I don't want my woman thinking like me.
I don't want her
That
thinking
sound
like
crazy
me.
to me.
Telling me what better fucking football plays and routes to be thrown when we watch the game and shit. Like, you the offensive coordinator, I'm the defensive coordinator. Then fuck it, we're gonna do that. Then. But I came up with that because in this situation, man, she didn't take any accountability that she did anything wrong, and she felt like she gave her best efforts. There was nothing she could have done more. She felt so drained from just the everything, and the things that she would address that he needed, just from the counsel point standpoint, it seemed very simplistic as a man.
Yeah.
And I want to just give a disclaimer. In therapy and counseling and just places where you're able to vent and give that information, the person that you're venting to is not there to bond with you over your traumatic experiences or to high five you of whatever similarities they may have, bonding with you over, issues or drama or trauma because y'all got that similar with each other. That's not there. The case is to help you unpack what you could have done better, what other healthy outcomes, and how to grow from where you are and get past certain stuck points that brought you to potentially needing to unpack, to be able to be vocal about some things. And if you don't know who Sigmund Freud is, man, research and Google Sigmund Freud. I believe in the cure for most mental illnesses is through dialogue. To be able to communicate and get that thing out of you, to be able to speak and be able to put that into existence and not harbor it within yourself.
Yeah.
Be able to talk therapy, be able to get it out. That's a skill. But I digress. So when I would get a chance to, hear her and ask her to just certain exercises. Hey, I want this week, I would like for you to tell 5 strangers that you meet something nice about them. Tell 5 strangers, male strangers, something nice about them. Can you? I would like to get that information back. And it seemed that it was always, he was trying to this, or it just was one of those like, I love you, black woman, and they're not in no romantic type of way, but I love you so much to feel like I want to correct you, because whoever hurt you, you shouldn't have to spill that hurt on everybody. Yeah. And you got this false notion of, I want my man to be nice to me, but shitty to all other women. Keep in mind, you another woman to another man. So he only nice to his woman, but he can disrespect the fuck out of you because you belong to somebody else?
Yeah.
Take that shit out your mind a little bit.
When you flip it, because I remember, I think we spoke about that once before. I'm not sure if it was on the show or not. But you see, I want my woman to represent me well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean to, let motherfuckers cross boundaries and shit like that. We know what they are. Let's not be ridiculous. However, be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice. Be pleasant. Be a lady. And if a motherfucker cross a line, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like, hey, now I'm married, in which my wife actually shared with me. She was approaching a grocery store. And I had to sit with myself for a second there, like,
you lying motherfucker, you ain't say that shit.
No, it's like, how do I feel about this?
Mm-hmm.
Really, how do I feel? And she came home and told me, because this guy, she was like, every aisle I went in, this motherfucker was coming. Like, yeah, usually people go from like, start from the back and work with the front, or happen to be. It's like, no, every time I skipped the aisle, I went back to 8, I went to 11, came back, and the nigga was there. You know what I'm saying? He got his ice cream first, like me. But she came home and told me, like, yeah, it was kind of like, hey, I forget what she said. He said, but she's kind of, I don't know. I'm married, but not being. What I don't want my woman doing is, no, or just ignoring a nigga, just continue to talk while somebody's speaking to you. That's rude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Don't be no nasty bitch. However, you can just, hey, no, I'm married. Or if a guy is trying to talk to you, even if it is kind of him, oh, I'm sorry, what did you say? Oh, thank you so much, but I'm married. You know what I'm saying? Have a nice day. And go on about your way.
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen, let me talk to y'all real quick. The woman say that shit and you keep trying to press, you need your ass beat. Stop right there.
Yeah.
But no, I don't want my woman being nasty, rude, snooty, what the fuck? Not interested. Look at you bummy. Ugh.
Blah,
You know what I'm saying? It's
blah.
kind of like,
None of that
nah,
bullshit.
represent me well.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? When I bring my friends around, you know, my friends are now an extension of me. You know what I mean? So treat my guys right. Hey, y'all want something to eat? I made some toaster strudel or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck it is.
Y'all can be in here.
You
I'ma
know?
be in there.
Yeah, you know, like in the country, they do this. You boys need anything? All right now, just holler.
Yeah.
And go on by their way.
Hospitality. H-O, I can't spell it. Nah, don't even dare me. Don't dare. It is healthy, and it is a huge thing to have your spouse represent you well. Most definitely, I know we spoke a lot about the women, and I want to just give a disclaimer here for a second to all of the freedom speakers and all of our listeners and everybody that we're going to hope to gain over the years and times. I'm hoping to break a negative narrative that is pushed with men who do these podcast shows, such as ourselves, who take the time to just bash and be negative and belittle and dog and drag women. We do not do that here. Okay?
I do it because some of y'all deserve it. There's a section of young ladies who need a ton of correction and they refuse to accept the correction. All of this shit come out of love. You know what I'm saying?
You was reading my notes.
So I bashed the fuck out you. I'm sorry.
No,
Did I read you? Go ahead.
I was going to say there are a select few that need some tough lovers.
Seems like it's about 70% of y'all, but I digress.
I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I do know it's more than none. It's more than none. But we hope to give that tough love or that male figure, that male healthy information of somebody that you can research our lives. You can look us up. You know, our social medias kind of show and express we're married. And just if you're following our catalog and our show, man, we're very transparent. This is permission to speak freely. So we're not here to yell and be argumentative with you and just try to bash you. Because to be honest, I guess where I come from is I get to see a lot of these beautiful ass women really don't fucking know.
Yeah.
They don't know. And I say that just so graciously, so modestly, but just like, hey, baby, I can tell you ain't been around perfection. And not that I'm perfect, but this is something that I'm striving for. Yo, Jesus that you look for, you try to make yourself in the image of him. So if I say I'm trying to strive to be at a level of perfection of myself, what is the difference? What's the difference of us having a goal to want to grow? But hey, I come around you for the last 6 months and you still in the same place you've been in the last 6 years. But we want to argue what growth is. Or I'm trying to educate you on some things that I'm doing and that's newfound to me. But hey, it's a turnoff to you because it ain't the latest trend of ski. It ain't Balenciaga. It ain't appealing to the eye. It's not attractive to the mind. And it's like, that shit is so deep.
I worry about the wrong shit.
I cannot connect. It's a word for it. Like sapiosexual. I'm turned on and aroused by information, by knowledge, someone who's intelligent, not just the exterior beauty, because that can be altered. That can be altered like quickly. That can be altered.
We talked about that.
Okay. Your soul can be altering too, or your personality can be altering too, but that's a real work. That's real time put in of like, I used to be, and I say for myself, I used to be a generous asshole. And I just became less of an asshole. That's it.
That's all.
That's it. Just became less of an asshole because I'm still an asshole. I still will be that. My confidence is just up there, like to feel like, hey, I'm that. Not to diminish anybody else, but hey, you should feel that great about yourself. Especially if you feel good enough to talk down on another motherfucker. You should be up in a level of a place to yourself to feel good at least about yourself, or to be able to give somebody a compliment. Not that you got the strength to talk down on them and only talk up to you about yourself. Can you talk up about somebody else? Can you give them their flowers?
Word.
Can you apologize?
That's a big one.
Can you take accountability? Yeah, that was my fault. I could have been better.
I was wrong.
Can you? Remember, man, I'm a fighter and all fights ain't physical, but some people can't say that. So in a select group that I get to see of women that can, I love them. I love them so much. And then it's the group that I get to see that don't. I love them, but I teach them. I teach them because it's like, hey, baby, I can tell somebody ain't been around that cared enough to educate you or stick around long enough to teach you, or even sometimes the lessons has to be brutal. It can't be the guidance counselor way, hey, we're going to get you in the right curriculum and push you right where you need to take your strong suits and build around them. It's like, hey, bitch, you need to learn how to say no. And you not saying no, ho, landed you in fucked up shit. You don't know how to say no?
Man.
You don't know how to get out? Let me educate you, because obviously somebody ain't probably teach you this. This is why is the teacher in there, but it ain't always gentle.
Yeah.
Okay? But so this is why I give a little bit of grace. Remember, that's healthy masculinity. Grace is healthy masculinity, and not just cutting you at your throat and throwing you out because you won't learn the lesson. Business taught me this, man. Every time a talented person that comes through our door make a mistake, we let them go. We wouldn't have anybody.
We wouldn't have nobody. I wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't be here.
Nigga,
we wouldn't be here. But it's, hey, man, everybody has room for growth and correction. If you don't allow yourself to be corrected, it's not the teacher's fault. The teacher can continuously be as creative as they can be to try to connect with you. And if they're not able to connect with you, is it the teacher's fault? Is it the teacher's fault? Am I supposed to continuously push for something that is not there, or there's a blockage?
Yeah.
That I'm spending too much time. I'm spending too much time trying to grow you, and I'm actually depleting myself, or I'm having to stop my growth and wait for you to catch up. Who does that shit? Teachers. They stop their growth or minimize their growth to nurture something else. I can't be a teacher for so long, or that woman ain't trying to teach that man everything he need to know, or that man ain't trying to teach that woman everything she need to know. A lot of things they will need to know and learn together. But if baby, I'm trying to educate you. I'm trying to be simplistic with it. I'm trying to make sure that I'm being of assistance with you, and I'm getting some slack. That shit is extremely disgusting. It's extremely disgusting. It's like, you don't. No. Thank you for passing through though. I gotta sever that, just due to like my own mental health, my own sanity for yourself, or what are you attached to? If you the queen of your empire and that man is dragging you down, or he toxic, that pollutes your whole empire. Because how many good decisions or great decisions will you make under the influence of heartbreak, under the influence of betrayal? You're not feeling love, or you taking for granted. You think that man is going? Most men are not faithful when they feel deprived. Mm-hmm. Okay, when they feel taken for granted, they are not. They will find satisfaction somewhere. And I would just generalize that most people will, but I'm a man, so I can't speak for what a woman would do, but I know what men would do. Most men, more men than none, will seek satisfaction in some kind of way, in wherever shape or form it may be, to feel validated, to feel like, hey man, I'm putting work in for something. I need something back in return. I'm not just a tool to work for you. Because then I'm a slave.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Can't do that. Cannot do that, man. So most men or most people do not like to be taken for granted. Most people choose other avenues to soothe themselves when they feel hurt or bruised. Their ego is hurt. Their feelings are hurt. And most of these things are natural reactions to just things that we do, man. These are not the best moves, but these are
not at all
what we default to.
Yeah. Humans ain't perfect. Humans don't default to what's best. A lot of times, if we're doing something that's best for us, think about it. When you got to put yourself first, what does that mean? That means, hey, I can't help you right now. So like, this has nothing to do with you or how I feel about you. I would love to help you. I can't right now. So if I need to seek satisfaction in whatever form that may be, it has nothing to do with you. It's all about me. I'm being selfish right now. You know,
necessarily.
what I mean? Yeah. And selfish sometimes is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Selfish ain't always a bad thing. You're supposed to be selfish sometimes.
Selfish has a negative narrative around it as if doing for yourself is a bad thing.
Yeah. And you selfish.
Yeah.
Every now and again, yeah.
Hey, and you poor, because you want me to give to you what you can't give to your motherfucking self.
and me being selfless, how am I never gonna put myself first?
Where do selfless people gain? Dope dramatic pause on that one.
Yeah.
But where do selfless people gain? Where do they get their get back?
A lot of times they don't.
They
a lot
don't.
of times they don't even have nobody to talk to. It's trendy now. You know, people post now. You know, check on your strong friend. Check on your strong friend. Check on the person who always check up on you. Who's sitting back listening to them.
And to be honest, if we speaking clear, that only became a thing once suicide rates in black men skyrocketed.
Mm.
Check your numbers.
Nah,
that was when black men start committing suicide. Then it's check on your strong friends, check on this, check on that. If you need to talk to someone, so on and so forth. Meaning not to alienate anyone else who deals with mental health, but meaning that really became a push when it became an epidemic that, hey, black men are being taken out at an extreme rate, at an extinction rate. Okay? This is why we protect and we love our boys so much and we love our children so much, but it is a treacherous world. It is as we spoke about before, man, it is not a gentle world. So being a gentle parent is not going to possibly sharpen up all the skills that you need.
Gonna come back and bite him in the ass.
You know what I'm saying? What I don't want to happen is, and I expressed it to my son, and I even get to see it in my peers.
Yeah.
I don't want my child to be able to come back and say, hey, you didn't teach me anything. You didn't expose me to anything or very little. When I can expose you to as much as I can with the time frame that I had, and I'm very creative that, hey, I'll create a whole scenario for you to go see things or do things and experience things. However, I do believe in there's some things that you do and you must have to teach yourself. I have to teach my son problem solving things.
Yeah.
Because as an adult, I have to learn to problem solve. As fathers, we tell our boys most of the time, everything normally breaks down into the original love language for men. You ain't gonna get no money, pussy, or you ain't gonna sleep fucking well if you ain't protecting yourself, you ain't handling shit for yourself, man. If you ain't got a certain level of respect for yourself, okay? Ain't no woman gonna want to give you no pussy. Ain't nobody gonna want you on their team to help making sure you got money to do the shit that you want to do. And if you ain't getting no pussy, you ain't getting no money, you probably ain't gonna feel like fucking eating, and you damn sure ain't gonna goddamn sleep. Food is an option, okay? Nigga sleeping good, fucking good, and motherfucking you making some money.
Yeah.
Nigga starve if he can fuck, eat, and take a nap. He'll sleep the pain off.
Straight up, man.
Take a pain pill. But just being as transparent as we can and speaking freely as we can, raw, straight truth, man. You want to listen to other podcasts, they want to be simplifying things for you or making it politically correct, man. No, tune into some other place, tune into another station, man. Here at Permission to Speak Freely, we speaking freely about what it really is.
We being honest, keeping it real.
Cannot keep it more realer with you than, hey, it is hard out here for everyone, but if the man is the head, he is what strike first.
For sure.
Okay, protect him, black woman. Love him, black woman. And I promise you, in return, you find you a quality black man, he will rise up for you. He will continue to dig and push himself to make sure y'all are good. But he is only as strong as the woman that is next to him. Okay? You can multiply that and y'all can really take over the world. But that's another conversation. But are you strong enough to handle just the one nigga you got? Can that woman handle just the one man? Remember, it can go that way. She can have 2, 3, 4, 5 different men if she can handle that, if she can love them and protect them and take care of them all. But most of the time, The woman who plays second, third fiddle, the side woman, is an easier role for her because it's less expectation. She doesn't have to meet a certain criteria. It's hard to be the main bitch. Okay, it's hard to be the queen bitch because one, you got the eye on you. You having a certain title, you asking women asking you, how you get your man to do this or do that or whatever. And it's like, to be honest, it ain't really you, it's him. So not to be disrespectful to, but it's like, hey, and I speak for myself. I wouldn't have a house if it wasn't for my wife because remember, I forget a lot of things walking through 3,100 square feet of livable space. I live in the garage. My man cave is in the garage. I would live in a studio apartment if I didn't have a family. But at the same time, I like nice shit. I wouldn't steal. I would have whatever I could afford. But the budget that I got now, I probably would be on the second planet around the corner from the fucking moon if I ain't have to pay all the damn taxes and shit.
Taxes be a bitch up.
If I ain't have to pay all the motherfucking taxes and the expenses and bills and
For
shit,
real,
motherfucker. But I digress. But men normally produce and build great things for the community, for their family. Most men do not need most things. They don't, man. We do.
We simple as a motherfucker.
As a motherfucker. Women try to make us more mysterious than what we are because they want to be so mysterious.
Yeah.
And that's a cool thing to a degree. But when it's like, bitch, I ain't got the time, ho.
I'm simple. I'm easy. That's why we had nigga chair TV air mattress sometimes. Like, this would be cool for a few months. I'll give me a sofa at some point.
Income tax coming.
The table.
My sister ain't where I claim her kids.
Yeah, especially for a young man. Shit, a lot of times we get this shit for y'all. I want her to be comfortable when she come over here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go candle shopping with me. I do like candles.
I like candles like a motherfucker too. I remember when I lived on my own and I had my own spot, man, when I suggest everyone to live on their own at least for a few years, that's a really big, healthy place to learn to know yourself, in your own solitude. But I had company come over one time, and though I was dating, this was like a part of love. It wasn't, I won't say it was like I was dating, but she came over to my place and was just observing, looking around. And keep in mind, I told you I was raised by women, my sisters, my mama, my aunts and stuff. So I'm really programmed most definitely with like their keen sight of things or paying attention to things. She coming through scanning the whole place, looking all around and everything. And she was like, "Oh, you got a bitch that live here with you."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What you?" I'm like, "No, this my own shit." She's like, "No, this shit too clean. This shit smell too nice, nigga. You got matching." She's like, "You got a matching bathroom towel set that nobody supposed to touch." Niggas don't have that.
Those are decorative towels.
I'm like, hey, I am rare is what they call me. I'm rare. At the same time, the bitch who did help me fucking decorate was my mama. Don't call my mama no bitch.
Call my mama no bitch. Ho.
Don't call my mama no bitch.
And I ain't trying to call
she a proud lady.
I ain't trying to call no hoe no bitch.
But it's one of them of like, my mother still taught me to be domestic. I still know how to cook, clean, wash, take care of myself, go balance a checkbook. I wasn't slinging pain getting my bills paid at this time. I was fucking women paying they shit short on mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like every woman I'm meeting bitch short on shit. Are all y'all irresponsible, or just the ones I was choosing probably was more money spent on their hair, nails and shit than paying the light bill. They putting their shit in by candlelight. They motherfucking pay the goddamn bill.
Straight up and down. So let's go into this real quick, man. Let's switch gears. This is something we touched on. You and I just touched on earlier today. Just in normal conversation. Freedom speakers. The chairman and I, we do speak outside of the show as well.
For sure.
In case y'all didn't realize. The next episode we do, it will be the month of October. Fourth quarter. The year is winding down, coming to an end. We've been through the transition period, the transformation as we call it, and self-development. The holidays is coming up. Now for me, the holidays, it kind of put me in a strange mood, much like I talked about the transformation period and how I'm looking to grow, to be better, to develop, to get stronger, to get on a routine, a schedule, to be on my shit.
Mm-hmm.
The holidays is almost a counter to that, because I tend to get like a little bit of that holiday depression, you know, that Christmas really stressed me the fuck out. Not like the holiday itself, but the expectation around Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not even sure what I fully mean by that, but it's just, you know, shit got to be done. Just buying presents and shit. You know, my wife be wanting to get shit for every motherfucking body. It was like, God damn, fuck, we ain't seen them in 3 years.
They don't really like us, I don't think.
Shit, like, God, fuck. You know, so I was like, where in the fuck did we find a whole nother fucking $1,500 at to be getting this shit? Where was this $1,500 all goddamn year?
Right. Where did we cut ourselves?
We could have used that shit. We need a new couch. 2 up. But I kind of fall into that, man. I told you this earlier, man. Grandmama been gone 8 years now. And the holidays do not get easier, man. That lady, you know, got up out of here on me, on us, on all of us, you know, back in what was it? May 2015. And the shit still hurt, man, because really around that time, man, Thanksgiving, Christmas, that's when you know, I don't even know how to explain it, man, but I her not being there, the shit different. The shit different, because I look forward to grandma being around, is hearing her voice just in the ambiance of everything else. You know what I'm saying? Grandma out there saying something.
It's setting the tone, though.
Just, you know what I mean? Giving direction to the aunties and cousins and shit on how. And I put a little pinch of sugar in there. Just a pinch. Grandma, what's a pinch? Like, my pinch different from your pinch. Just a pinch. It's black math, how we measure shit. You got a fingerful, a pinch, a handful, you know, a touch.
Yeah. Just a dash.
A drip.
I get it.
A splash. But no, man, it don't get easier, man, year by year, man. I miss that lady to death, man. And it's something I've been wanting to do for the last few years, man. Y'all might think I'm corny, but what grandma used to do, man, she used to send my uncle to the bank and get a whole bunch of fresh, crispy, I'm talking crisp, so crispy, them bitches would be stuck together, man. $5 bills. You know what I'm saying? Fresh mint. Whatever year it is, that's the year these bitches is. Like that. Crispy, man. Go to the bank, get her some $5 bills and some holiday envelopes with a little hole for the president's face. And she just give everybody $5. That was grandma's gift. $5. I get 10 sometime.
Girl, my baby.
I'll grab my baby. I'll grab my baby. But I wanna you know, just take on that tradition, if you will, and what she used to do, and to gift you know, my entire family. It'd be like, I did the math, it's like $110 worth of people I want to get.
Yeah, that's still a lot of people, man. I'm like $35.
It's like $110 worth of files I want to give out, shit, man. And you know, and still sign it like from grandma. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately it's from her, because she got that on my heart. You know what I mean? But that's something I want to do. I ain't got to it yet, man, but I will. It might be this year, it might be next year, man. And I think everybody who I gift, you know, one of these they got to be crispy. I can't be coming with some old wrinkled 1996 $5 bills. I got to come with
dollar bill that been in ass cheeks.
Yeah. Better rise.
Nope.
Can't come with those. I got to come with the
no booty smelling money.
I got to come right, because that's how grandmama did it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I got to go to U.S. Bank, not Huntington.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Not Citizens. You know what I mean?
No PNC.
None of that shit you buy.
Okay. None of that.
None of that. But gotta hit the U.S. to get some of them envelopes and do it like grandma did it, man. Rest in peace, grandma. Love you, miss you, and you know, I'll see you soon.
Yeah, man, I think that's a beautiful way, as we mentioned before, tradition and keeping our families alive, our loved ones alive, just carrying on traditions, things that they do, they say. I'm pretty sure it'll warm your heart to pass that on to the family, and then the family getting a chance to see it in me and like, ain't nobody did this. It's grandma.
Yeah.
But now you'll be,
And they gonna know. They gonna know.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
it's gonna hit them. Like, it's gonna, like, and I don't even want to get nobody in their feels, man. But when they see that goddamn envelope, they gonna know, like, oh, damn, this nigga hit us with the bills.
He on that bullshit.
You know?
Look, grandma, baby.
Yeah. And my grandmother, at least I believe she only had like a 3rd or 4th grade education, so her handwriting wasn't the best. So we used to always crack jokes, but then grandma handwriting rough as a motherfucker. My grandmother was raised in Alabama. Born in Wisconsin, ended up moving down to Alabama when she was before she could even remember. So she from Alabama, and back then, growing up in the 40s, born in the 20s, but growing up in the 40s, the 50s, you would have to leave school to help support your family, work on the farm and stuff like that. My family, they owned a farm. They ran a farm.
They sharecroppers?
Yeah, I'm talking syrup. This is what grandma told me. I'm talking syrup. I'm talking milk, peas. A picture of my Uncle James, who was on like this. It looked like a bike, like a tricycle, but it's pretty much like a built machine that you would have to get on and ride, and the machine kind of picked the peas. Unlike a tractor that you would have today, it was like, you got to get on this bitch, pedal this motherfucker.
That's why everybody was fit.
Yeah, straight up, man. But this is where my family come from, man. So that was another thing. Like, I'm gonna sign it with my left hand, so my handwriting look fucked up like grandma.
She'll love me for that.
She'll love that. She be, man. But
I got you, man.
And shout out and rest in peace to my Uncle Curry as well, man. He's another soul that my family lost. This is back in 2009. It was before my grandmother passed. My grandmother lost her baby boy. Actually, the day before I graduated high school.
Wow.
The day before my high school graduation, man. So that was an emotional roller coaster. This picture, matter of fact, man, this picture right here, the day I graduated, obviously, and
that's a big ass cap.
Yeah,
I can see it on that picture.
You can't necessarily tell, but if you look at my grandmother's face, man, she's smiling in this photo. She's very happy. But only 24 hours earlier, she got the news that she lost her baby boy. And we all went to the house and, broke the news to her. And I remember sitting at that table while my Uncle Lawrence and Uncle James told her that, Lee Curry passed away, and she get me up. She was in the bed. Get me up. Oh Lord. I just remember, man, that, that's something I never, ever forget. But, one thing that I can, appreciate is after my senior prom, I was able to go up to the hospital and see Unc. You know what I mean? So he was able to check me out. He was tired. He could barely open his eyes to look at me, but he opened them up for nephew for a little bit. Like, check me out, Unc. I got the, what I'm saying? LCP. I got that LCP on, But we shared the same initials, man, me and my Uncle Curry, man. But that was I'm getting all my bad, man.
No, you good, bro. Get it out, man. So I want to say this. I openly identify with my depression.
Yeah.
And it strikes me more during seasonal. It strikes me more during the later of the year.
Yeah.
And just me being a conspiracy theorist type of person, where I study different religions and things of that nature. Pagans were always made fun of because of the celebrations and holidays and things of that nature, exactly. Most definitely towards the end of the year. But just kind of thinking in the most vague way that I could, who really had, and remember, they probably did most definitely celebrate and have some tradition and rituals that were not, that were frowned upon, if you will, but that's another conversation. We're just going to keep it vague of, man, a celebration, a party of some sort. I'm never afraid to have a celebration or a party. And so I can understand the level of paganism of man, they celebrated whatever. Because even us now, even though you I don't do Christmas, this, that, you will celebrate little June getting out of jail for the 4th time. You will celebrate your 5th baby on your you like, hey, we know you can get pregnant. You got that. Okay, we know you got that.
Yeah.
But having a good time, most definitely around those time of year where family needs to be close. These are events and gatherings where family comes close. So you can argue with paganism and religion all day long, but the thing that I do pull from it is I'm never turning my nose down per se for a healthy celebration, especially that can bring camaraderie and us close together, especially during a time where we all are speaking about we are feeling some kind of way. You need to be close to your family, and not just in tragedy, but just like, hey, we need to have fun. Can I have fun with y'all? Can I come hang out? Can y'all come hang out with me? Ain't nobody got to die to party. Ain't nobody got to have no baby to have good spaghetti and meatballs and chicken and wear a Burberry button up and niggas get fly for 3 hours. And then we smoke weed somewhere we ain't supposed to. You know how the family events go. But I say that, man, so I identify with my depression, man, and it comes in a level of a lot of it comes through survivor's remorse. Of surviving certain things and being able to speak about it and tell it, or having a certain esteem of myself. And when I get a chance to fourth dimension or fifth dimension view of myself, like an outer body experience, see myself, it's one of those like, wow, I'm here, this is there. Lil Uzi, all my friends are dead.
Yeah.
Not physically, but emotionally, of being on your own path, of doing your own thing, whatever it may be, becomes very lonely. Becomes very lonely because how many people think like you? How many people can you convince what's in your head is correct? Or what you're built. This is why when you build it into the world, then they come. Because when you was telling them before, this is what it's gonna be. Man, you ain't fuck, you crazy, you crazy. Now when you build it, it's, I always believed in you.
Yeah.
You know I believed in you. No, you didn't, because bitch, I didn't even believe in my fucking self at the time. So how did you always believe it? Don't kiss my ass unless I ask you to, please. But it's one of those, man. So it's difficult to know who really for you.
It is difficult sometimes.
Who is she really nice to you because she want to be nice to you, or does she need something from you that you have?
Trying to get something out of you.
Can't be out here saving hoes.
Yeah, man.
We all done had a cape, nigga. I had a cape. I had to burn that bitch. I was saving bitches for a minute. Man, it just wasn't healthy, man. The selfless person giving shit ain't getting shit back. That become the tyrant that takes over the town, nigga. That become the villain.
That's how you become a simp.
Ass nigga.
That's how you start simping,
just
man.
Being too silly. Just goofy. Just too not having some discipline or some principle of like, nah.
Not peeping game.
Nope. So that being said, man, I feel I purposely around this time of year, as it gets into the later year, and I know my emotions can they become stronger. They can get the best of me if I don't reset myself. I had to learn to reset myself. I had to learn to take myself out of experiences and situations and place me where I needed to be. This is why I call it, I'm on the hunt. I'm searching, I'm seeking. I'm in this discovery, finding, exploratory type of phase of what's more. I need more. I want more. I demand more because I give more and I want more to offer more. I need those who are just as hungry as me, not complacent of you not content. That word isn't in my vocabulary. Content? Are you content with their children? Are you content with just the growth that they have? You don't want them to be as great as they can be. Yeah. You don't want them to surpass you. Isn't that the formula though? Isn't that the formula for them to be better than you the next time around?
Absolutely. 1000%.
So, and I just use that as an example of no, content is not in there. You know what's better than 1 millionaire? Two. Or a few. We all can get a couple $1 million. But meaning like, hey, why would I be content with just me doing it? I'm complacent. Why? No, I don't. Nobody who is hungry or is trying to strive for things is content or complacent. Do you think trees are complacent at the height that they sit, or do they continuously grow? Do they continuously grow to the sun, towards the sun? Do they continuously grow towards where water is? No, they do not. I am a part of nature. I identify with that and I pull from that. If the trees don't stop growing, if animals don't stop migrating, if the world don't stop spinning and turning, why the fuck would I be content and complacent with where I am now? Man, God got shit greater for me. I got shit greater for me now. If God helping somebody fucking else right now need something more than me. You gotta know he ain't make no bitch ass person. So he's like, oh, he all right, man. He handling shit. I need help. This other motherfucker that ain't found me yet. I can keep throwing. I'm throwing him signs. Hopefully, he come around. You know what I'm saying? But I need that love, man. I'm built for that. I'm built for the community. I'm built for. That's what a strong man, a strong person brings to the family is the community. It brings the love. It brings the structure. It brings the family wasn't right since Big Mama passed, because Big Mama kept order.
Yeah.
Okay. The family ain't been right since Paw passed. Because Paw kicked your ass, and he used to put in transmissions with his bare hand. He just crushed the shit out your hand. You don't got a strong, firm handshake. He'll beat your ass.
That's real.
That's Paw, bro. That's Paw.
Really
Fuck you up. Shake my hand, boy. Shake my hand. Quote that we tell our boys, man. Strong hands mean a man. Strong hands make a man. I'm the man that shakes a man's hand firm, and I give tight hugs to women. That's a man. That's masculinity. I shake the shit out your husband's hand, and I give you a tight old little hug, baby. Like, yeah, you safe with me too, baby. You safe on them, man. Come on, man. But just to respect, that woman don't want no bitch ass hug from you. You get her a tight hug, that means something.
Yeah.
I remember giving my mama, shout out to Mama Mom, gave Mama Mom a hug one time, and she had quit from us. She had quit us for a while. She went on a hiatus for a little bit. She had to work out her own things for a while. But when she came back around, I had gave Mama one of them tight hugs that I missed you.
Missed you, lady.
I missed you, Mama. You a woman to me, and you under my protection, God damn it. I'm going to give you a hug because I missed your ass. And gave her a tight little hug.
Make her poot a little bit.
I think I pooted. But tight hugs that she had to turn around and look me in my eyes like, can I have another one?
Yeah.
I missed you too, son. And it was like, they fresh out the bed, fresh out. I got them fresh.
I got a fresh batch.
I got a fresh batch of hugs, baby.
You just fell off the truck.
Come on. But one of them was like, hey, I need that energy. This isn't romantic, but I need that female energy of like, hey, I don't feel like you're going to harm me.
Yeah.
I feel like I can tell you like my stresses of, hey, mama, when you hear me bitching and complaining around the house, I'm just paying bills. You know, can you just bring me a cup of tea?
Word.
I'm having a bad day, mama, because hey, this one bill didn't go through, or this contract, it flopped, or we had to turn away a 6-figure thing because hey, there was so many red flags, and I know we really needed that. But hey, mama, I had to lay off some niggas, I had to fire some people, and then they threatened, they screenshotted my house like they know where I was gonna live. So you might want to leave. They gonna shoot up my shit. but you feel safe here because I shoot back. Hey, well, I actually shoot first. But mama, you feel okay with that? You feel safe here with us? But just giving an example of like, hey, feel comfortable with me. Of like, hey, he not gonna let no bullshit happen.
For sure.
Why? Because I've seen this man demonstrate his power. I've seen him demonstrate his grace. Seen him demonstrate his protection. It's why I feel comfortable being around this motherfucker. I feel comfortable around my son. But end of my mama impersonation.
Love you, Mama Mom.
Love you, Mama Mom.
Queen Simone. Straight up, man.
So to round it out, seasonal depression is real, people.
It is.
Check on your friends, check on your family, check on your loved ones. What I personally do for people that I care for. Shout out to all of those who I send a wellness check to. I love you directly. I love you so much. And I make sure that you are in my mind enough that I reach out, because sometimes just being acknowledged is enough. Just being like, hey, somebody else is thinking of me and I'm not just thinking of myself.
Yeah, for sure. And it's okay. It ain't nothing wrong with you. You need to talk to somebody. You got somebody in your life you can trust. And if you don't, hey, hit us up.
For sure.
On Facebook, on Instagram, lay low the most. Hit up Chief Ali. Have permission to number 2, speak freely. We here. But I'm just hoping that you got somebody in your life who you can rap with, who you can lay the heavy stuff down to. Because it get heavy, man.
It get heavy.
Life get heavy. Life get mad heavy.
Mm-hmm.
We hope that y'all learned something today. We hope that we touched y'all today. Hope that y'all felt something that maybe y'all hadn't felt from us before. You know, we went for quite some time this evening, and we appreciate y'all for listening. Appreciate y'all for watching. Got any questions, comments, concerns? Let us know. Permission to speak.
Freely.
Flight 807 approaching runway 7 Bravo.
Keep me from all evil. Lord, would you keep me as I travel down this road? Lord, keep me from all evil. Lord, keep me as I travel down this road.